Look, I watch a lot of football. Look, forge your own opinion. Welcome to the world of life. But James Trafford, goalkeeper for Burnley against Luton, they changed the rules. And they keep changing the rules every single game. I don't think it was a foul on Raya for Bournemouth. I definitely don't think that's a foul. And anybody who says it was a foul, I'll sit you fucking down like a fucking hippo on a fucking chair, or any other analogy you want. I need said for these analogies. Mate, I've got the evidence. I've got the evidence. Like, they are hypocritical, inconsistent shower shits. They make it up as they go along. James Trafford, Luton, Burnley got absolutely assaulted. They reviewed it on VAR and said that's a goal. Arsenal did it for the next 3 or 4 weeks on corners, barging into Vicario. They did it for about the last 3 months. You can barge into a goalkeeper, and now they decided you can't. They change the fucking rules every fucking week. They're a joke. They're an absolute joke. Donny Bravo, you know what you can do? You can swivel on that. It's the inconsistency that hurts. Exactly. Of course it is. We have Arsenal next week. We're going to get smashed as Jaden. It's about consistency, says Ollie. Exactly. Of course it is. Jay Bowl says it's a foul. You obviously don't watch a lot of football. And please calm down, says Folky. Club says the referee clearly allowed it. Someone in his ear obviously said, think it's a foul, so he gave it. Yeah, mate. It's very obvious that the referee gave it. The Raya one was given, so it's consistent, Mark. Oh, it's consistent this weekend, mate. Next weekend, it'll be something else. How long, Mark, will it take for them to sweep this under the carpet? Mate, they won't even acknowledge it. They won't even acknowledge it. The only warnings I've had this season is from the PGMOL. You know, people want to talk about letters and shit. The only warning I've had is from the PGMOL. Fact. Fact. Dictatorship, mate. Love you, Mark, but your reaction to the guy's expensive super chat was a little petulant and rude, says Alistan. I don't care, mate. I don't care. I'm not being told what to do and not to do. Go and watch something else. There's plenty of choice out there. He was having a pop at my genuine reaction to frustration about week after week, whether it's Man United, it's Wolves, it's Brighton. I'm tired of it. I love football. I was at Wembley yesterday watching Bromley play Solihull Moors in the National League because I love football. All my life, I used to go and watch my granddad's team when I was 5. I'd be watching a pitch with my granddad's team playing. There'd be about 20 other games playing. Like 20 pitches. Can you imagine that? Amateur football on a Sunday morning, 20 games going on, 20 different pitches. And I wander around watching them all. I love football. I love Manchester United, but I also love football. And I'm fed up of watching a game of football and having it fucking destroyed by inconsistent referees. I wouldn't give them a job. I wouldn't give them a job to fucking mow my lawn, because every week they'd be mowing the car. They're inconsistent, useless showers of shit. They're not good at what they do, and they're ruining what football is. 2-0 to Palace. 2-0 to Palace. I don't know how. I don't know how. I give up. I give up. I give up. I give up. I mean, how has Onana been beaten from fucking there? How's Onana been beat from there? See, I need to see the angle on this. How has he got fucking beaten from there? I presume it's Casemiro who gets fucking skinned again. Let me just watch this back. Yeah, Ericsson, fucking useless. Oh, Johnny Evans. How'd you get beat from here? Near post. Fucking hell, he's rubbish. He's absolutely rubbish. How's he got done on his near post from here? How's he got done on his near post from there? If this was on a FIFA career mode, I'd be moaning about Canadian coders. How has he got done on his near post there? Jesus wept, mate. This is religious shit. This is rubbish. Mate, you're fucking crap. You are crap. Mate, fucking hell. I mean, that is just... I don't know. I don't know what to say. What did you expect? I don't know. I don't know what people expect. I'd have saved that because I know how to cover my front post. Fucking hell. That's terrible. That is. That is absolutely terrible. I mean, Johnny Evans has been half decent for us this season, but
we put our heart into celebrating moms. We're local farm.
God. Fucking hell. Absolute joke. Make sure you subscribe if you were on YouTube, and make sure you give us a follow if you're on TikTok. 58% of you said it wasn't a foul on Henderson. 42% of you obviously don't watch a lot of Premier League football because that's not been a foul for about 3 months on a goalkeeper. This weekend, they've changed the rules again. As you quite rightly pointed out, the Raya foul on Saturday. But for the last 3 months, it's not been a foul. That happens to Onana and you call a foul and don't lie, says Daniel. No, I wouldn't, mate, because I've watched football for the last 3 months. I know what a foul is now. I know what not a foul is. Can you explain to me, someone told you... I didn't say that. Apparently, King Klopp, we'll read this out. King Klopp says, can you explain to me, someone told you got grey hair and you told him you don't see 40. Yeah, that never happened. Why don't you go and reside on Twitter with everybody else who makes lies up that never got said? Mate, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. You can try and put words in my mouth, but unlike you, I'm not thick. That was never happened. Please go and watch the rest of the stream and keep watching it for watch time, but that never came out of my mouth. So jog on. Get your trainers on. Sharath Kamath Fitness says protection for goalkeepers. They can use their hands. Henderson was weak there. Defenders do that to win defenders all the time. So Sharath Kamath, it was never a foul. Arsenal and Man City don't need midfielders, says Sahel. Does Ericsson want to touch the ball, says John. PGML of disgrace, says Horn. There's zero governance on officiating. What is the answer, says Chris. It's not a foul, then every contested... If that's a foul, then every contested header is a foul, says JD. And William says, I got an idea, Mark. Premier League should have shares and they should allow shareholders to decide things and not the PGMOL, says William. We're going to get smashed by Arsenal, says Jaden. well, we are going to get smashed if players can't be asked to get themselves fit. I mean, what are the injuries with all these players? How, some of these players have been out for like 2 months now. Apparently, someone said he barges into the keeper. He doesn't contest for the ball. Mate, these things I've got on my eyes, they help you see better. They both contest for the same ball, and Henderson is weak. I'll watch it again with you at half time. I've seen it 3 times. At no point have I ever thought that it's a foul. And let's not forget, Hoyland's trying to win it with his head. Henderson's got 2 hands. He's got the advantage already. As much as I enjoyed that outburst and no way a foul, says Rips. Mark taking no prisoners, says James. Mate, I'm totally with you. That was absolutely disgraceful in every way, says Adrian. Look, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And I hated it against Burnley as well. We got robbed against Burnley with shit officiating, and we've been robbed today against Palace. But I actually hate it when it happens to United, because everyone just brushes it under the carpet as he's a United fan being biased. But I've done it for Liverpool. I've done it for Wolves. I've done it for Arsenal. I've done it for Newcastle. I've done it for Brighton. I have That's Football. It's the biggest independent football channel in the world. I watch a lot of football, and it happens in every single game, and it happens to every single club. Problem is, when it happens to United, people go, oh, he's just a bitter, salty United fan. But I've been doing it for every other club as well. It's bound to happen to United because it happens in every game. It's a fucking joke. I mean, look, both Palace goals are legitimate. We'd be losing 2-1, but that's a goal for Man United. It's an absolute fucking joke. And, it's the inconsistency that kills you. Too many injuries against organised Premier League teams, as Mr. Sedo. You know the game. Palace attackers should be locked up for abuse, says SSJ. They keep knocking the ball past Evans and Casemiro. This flipping manager is awful. Zooting, you've got no idea. So this is all the fault of Ten Hag, what with all these injuries. Kaz, as I said before the game, if we win it, it's not about Ten Hag. And if we lose it, it's not about Ten Hag. It's about your knowledge of football. Like, I looked at that team. I knew yesterday what the team was going to be, and I knew we were going to get beat because it's just not good enough. We haven't got good enough players in key positions to beat a team like Palace, who've got a structured 11. Get them all out. They do is miss penalties, dive and cheat. Anana, Rashford, Wan-Bissaka, Martial, Costas week in, week out, says Jefferson. Casemiro midfield on both goals, jogging, says Mike B. I think it's half time. Well, I can't wait to watch this incident again. Let me just get this tweet out. 2-0 at half time. I mean, the scary thing is, I've been in this position as a coach at a much lower level, of course. The scary thing is, you go in at half time, you look at your bench, you've got absolutely nothing. Nothing. And you've got players on the pitch who are giving you absolutely nothing. And you're a dead man walking. Like, you're an absolute dead man walking. Like, you've got absolutely nothing you can do. You've got Ericsson, who is about as effective as a butterfly against a fucking lion. You got the PGMOL fucking you over because they're useless. And you got a goalkeeper getting done on his front post from 20 yards out. It's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult. But on the other hand, it's completely predictable as well. Alisi jogging and still rinsing Wan-Bissaka. Even Mainu is having a bad game. Ten Hag is not going to survive this. 9 players on the pitch bought by Ten Hag, says Mark. Mate, I'm not going to engage with the Ten Hag out movement. And I'll explain why. It's not because I'm Ten Hag in. I'm not going to engage with the Ten Hag out movement because I said if we won this game, I wouldn't have said this is why we need to keep Ten Hag. I'm intelligent enough to know, having watched football for 40 years, that that team United have picked tonight is fucking shit. It's got no defenders and it's got no midfield. And against the Palace team at home that's organised, it will get beat. I knew we'd get beat yesterday. I knew we'd get beat this morning. I knew we'd get beat this afternoon. And I knew we'd get beat tonight. I knew it was going to happen. Like, I don't know what you expect Pep Guardiola to do with that team tonight. Like, it's shit. You got Casemiro, who doesn't fucking care. And you got Eriksen, who's fucking useless as that in the midfield. You're going to get beat. You got no left back. You got Johnny Evans, who hasn't played in a month. Like, you're going to get beat. You're going to get beat like a fucking egg. It's there. 100%. You're right. You're right to blame certain players for not putting in a shift, but there ain't no tactics that's changing that result. You're a fool. Man United won the title in 2009, 2010. We went to Fulham with no fit centre-backs and we lost 3-0 with Carrick and Fletcher at centre-back. You can't play in the Premier League with no centre-backs and no left-back. You can't do it. It's as simple as that. You can be angry. I'm angry. I'm frustrated. But I'm also understanding of the game. And if you think that a Premier League side can put midfielders at centre-back and win games of football and play with right backs at left back and play with no holding midfielder and win games of football, you're an idiot. You can't do it because it makes a mockery of the highest level of football. You can't do it. Every senior centre-back we've got is injured. Johnny Evans isn't fucking fit. There's no way he's fit. Look what he did against Mateta. He may as well have been a bag of cement. Johnny Evans ain't match fit. It's about putting the shirt on because you're half capable of doing it. That's all it is. Anana mistake, Casemiro bad, Mount's ghosting, not a good look, unfortunately, says Stone. Says Dante. Don't understand some of our fans. Have they never watched football before? Pep wouldn't get anything out of this team, says Simon. Well, what it is, it's anger and frustration, Simon. When something goes wrong, you need somebody to blame. And blaming it on injuries is not an identifiable object. So people have to put it onto something. It's natural. I expect this. Why not play Wan-Bissaka at right back, says Liam. Defensively, we're poor, but we are slowly going forward. Mount is the only player trying to do something, says Kia. Even if Sir Jim wants to keep Ten Hag, what's to stop him from getting out of Old Trafford the first chance he gets? He'll take whatever offer buying give him, says Jack. Mark, understand the injuries, but can we stop pretending this team isn't paid shit tons and worth shit tons? No, XH, I'll get on board with you. If you want to blame players, welcome to the Goldbridge Club. They're fucking terrible. Watch the first goal when they show it. Casemiro, watch this first goal. Watch what Casemiro and Eriksen do from a fucking throw-in. It's disgraceful. It's absolutely disgraceful. I mean, they've got Ashley Young on Sky Sports, who's crap this season for Everton, and he's going to pick out Eriksen now. And Ashley Young's shit. He's cost Everton loads of goals. He's going to pick out Eriksen and he's going to pick out Casemiro because even Ashley Young knows that they're fucking shit on this goal. It's crap. It's individualistically shit. That goal is an embarrassment to anybody that wants to be a professional footballer. I mean, it's an attacking throw for Crystal Palace and Eriksen stood like he's a number 10. He's out the game. Then Casemiro attacks thin fucking air. Centre-back's gone. Eriksen's gone. Mainu doesn't track back enough. Goal. Simple as that. I'm at the point where I don't care anymore. Let's stop watching. Tell you what, Kieran, I'm at the point where I'm past blaming this on tactics. Like, I just can't blame it on tactics. I can blame it on individuals who shouldn't be wearing a Man United shirt, but I can't blame it on a manager. Like, it's shit. It's individually shit. I agree with this comment here that's coming in from Tom. He says, Anana being beat on the front post is unforgivable. I mean, I need to see it again, but I don't understand how it goes in. I also think Anana should probably save the first one. It's not well hit by Elise. Take Rashford out the team, we'd play better. He's not played. We've played no better. Oh, this, can we frame this as the most idiotic comment I've ever heard? Mate, take up netball, take up badminton, take up squash. What the fuck are you on about, Rashford? Do you really watch football and think that this is anything to do with Rashford, positive or negative? The fuck has this got to do with Rashford? We've got no left backs. We've got no centre backs. We've got no holding midfielder. And you're talking about fucking Rashford. Do you think we'd be winning the game with Rashford? Do you think we'd be losing the game? It's got nothing to do with Rashford, negative or positive. You're a fucking idiot, mate. What's it got to do with Rashford? Nothing. If he's in the team, we're losing 2-0. If he's out the team, we're losing 2-0. It's got nothing to do with Rashford. Nothing. Can I just say as well, can we all just have a moment? Can we all just take a moment? Can we all just take a moment? Can we all just take a big moment here? Sky haven't even shown the fucking fact. Haven't even shown it. They haven't even shown it. They haven't even shown it. Absolute jokers. I mean, that is incredible. I mean, you know what? I'm stunned. Well, I'm not. I'm pretending to be stunned. It's a contentious issue, and they haven't even shown it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Whether you think it's a foul or not, they haven't even shown it. It's not even worthy of the geniuses at Sky Sports to even talk about a contentious issue. Let's get that carpet, let's lift it up, and let's sweep it under there. Let's sweep it under there. They don't even want to talk about it. Fucking hell. This is 2024, people. When are you? Look, I'm probably going to stop soon. I don't need to keep doing this. I'll probably stop. But I pray to God, when I stop, the void is filled by hundreds of you who do what the message has always been with this, and that's football. To just be a forum for fan opinion. Like, to actually talk about what fans want to talk about. We might be right, we might be wrong, but for God's sake, please, whether you're 12 years of age or 52 or 62, please spark that thing that sparked in me. I just want to talk with football fans about the things we want to talk about, right or wrong. Because God, we're living in a dictatorship. It's 2024, and we're living in a time where in 20 years' time, I hope Seb and everybody else who's the next generation look back on 2024 and say, I can't believe that generation put up with that. We are living in a dictatorship. Mainstream, the Premier League, the officials are an absolute dictatorship. They are feeding you what they want. They are not feeding you what we want. They are feeding you a rhetoric. It is a disgrace. And look, I know I'm a United fan and I know I'm biased on that, but it wasn't a foul on Raya. It was a red card on Saka. It wasn't a foul on Havertz. It was a foul on Gabriel against Newcastle. It wasn't offside for Liverpool. It was a foul on McAllister against Doku. It was not offside for Wolves when that got, like, there are so many injustices this season. You are being fucking dictated to. You are being dictated to like the Pied Piper and a load of kids following him, which sounds nonsense, but it is a story that I didn't write. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's as clear as roadkill on the road. You are being played. You're being played week in, week out. They are feeding you propaganda. It's a joke. They're not even talking about it. I'm not even, look, I firmly think it's not a foul based on what I've seen this season. They're not even discussing it on the mainstream providers. You're paying for that. I'm paying for that. That is the creme de la creme of football commentary in the UK, and they're not even talking about something that is complete contradiction based on what we've seen over the last 3 months. We've seen those goals given. We've seen those 50-50s given. Madness. Absolute madness. And look, United deserve to be losing 2-0. Even if we get that goal, we're still losing. What am I fighting for? I'm fighting for bloody credibility. I'm fighting for the beautiful game. We're still losing. None of those Palace goals are not legitimate. It's 2-0 and it deserves to be 2-0. But that goal should be a goal. Anyway. We're going to get slaughtered against Man City. I wouldn't worry about that. The refs and the FA are turning it from sport to entertainment. It's like the WWE. You're right. Hearing the fans chant attack, attack, they get it's about time our players get it and stop their position for granted. Well, they're showing it now on Sky. Maybe they've been listening. Here it is. Absolutely no way that's a foul. Absolutely no way is that a foul. His eyes are on the ball. 50-50. Henderson's position's terrible. Henderson makes a fucking meal of it as well. No way. No way that's a foul. Well, they've obviously been listening. There's no way. There's no way that's a foul. Absolutely not. Rasmus is going with his bloody head. Henderson's got arms. I tell you what, I've played the game. Right, I played a game against, he was in Big Brother. I can't remember his name. He was a brummie in Big Brother. He had a bald head. Was it PJ? I played a game again. He was in goal for them, right? Cross comes in. I try and win it. Goalkeeper with his fucking fist, knocked my bloody tooth out. As a goalkeeper, I went to win it. He's got his hands, fucking knocked my fucking tooth out. Didn't get a penalty, didn't get anything because he's got hands. I'm going with my bloody head. Absolute joke. Amrabat in, Ericsson out, says Shiva. Just waiting for the season to end, says George. Ryan, thanks for your super chat. VAR needs to go until it's ready, says Club 1878. The stupid thing is the referee gave the goal. The referee gave the goal. Watch it back. Chelsea had 14 injuries against West Ham. Oliver, you thick, mate. You don't listen. Chelsea had a left back against West Ham. They had 2 centre backs against West Ham. They had Silva and Badashiel. They had Cucurella at left back. They had a holding midfielder with Casido. We have got no left back. We have got no centre backs, and we have got no holding midfielder. It's not about how many injuries you've got. It's about what you can put on the tip. Mark, please don't stop for a while yet. We need you. I do watch these matches. I do not watch these matches without you. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. From Rachel. The refs and the FA are turning. Yeah, I've done that one. Thank you. Great. Not surprised by the result, by the way. Not surprised at all. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I am. I'm not surprised that we're losing. That is not my surprise. I predicted a loss today. Hate it. I absolutely hate it. But I actually said 2-0 to Crystal Palace. I expect them to win. You can't have this many injuries and expect United to be anywhere near decent. But I'm never going to stop banging the agenda of incompetence when it comes to officiating, which is an absolute disgrace in this football league. Because it is. Thanks everyone for tuning in, though. I'm sure it's been entertaining, one way or another. One way or another. I can't stand Henderson. I've never liked him. Somebody said, "Do you like Henderson?" I don't. I've never liked him. Fucking Randy Orton of goalkeepers, as far as I'm concerned. And he is like he's in the WWE, because there's no way you go in a 50-50 with a striker and fall down like that. Gino says Vicario gets clattered, no foul. Well, exactly. Andrea says we play out the back, not from the back. We don't trust our midfield. Mark, know that I and many are behind you. Don't or Mainu, Eric be crying. I've never asked for this front six. You're talking out your arse, mate. Ashen says same front. Yeah, we definitely haven't. Pip says how fucking bad must Amrabat be? Well, yeah, I have that same thought as well. Sack VAR game is better with just bad calls, says inevitable. Ruby says, is there a rumour for Eric Ten Hag to Bayern? There is. And Al Nasser says, at this point, might as well get the kids on. Spencer says, we're getting the result we all expected. Keep expectations low. Kaiser says, do you think the mainstream media propaganda only applies to football? Mate, I ain't stupid. Absolutely not. If anything, what's happening with VAR, the Premier League, and the mainstream in football is what we're all fully aware of in politics and many other areas of the world. And some of you will live in countries like this as well. And I don't want to make it about that, but power to the people, because you're more powerful than these dictators, 100%. And it's sad that it's coming to football, and I'm not one of those people. Someone said Goldbridge Letitia. I'm not that at all. I'm very not like that. I don't really give a. It's not that I don't care about politics, but I just don't get involved in all that sort of stuff. But bloody hell, you know it. The powerful dictate to the majority. Football's not exclusive of that by a very long way. I mean, look at Hollywood. Look at what's come out there in the last 10 years. Awful what some actors and actresses have had to do to get roles in films because of the powerful. It goes on. And people don't want to give that up. Henderson is better than Onana, says Carl. Well, that's an interesting conversation, actually. You know what I've said? De Gea should never have been let go. Good point, though, by Kaiser. We're not turning this around. No, fucking not, mate. And a draw's not good enough anyway. The stupid thing is, when you look at the stats, we've had more of the ball. We've had roughly the same amount of shots, but we've had nothing on target. And we've made two fucking I mean, both their goals are shit. That's the annoying thing. And that's the predictable thing. You knew the goals we were going to concede tonight would be absolute shite. But Onana shouldn't be getting away with that. We spent £55 million on Onana. He shouldn't be getting done on his front post. The first goal is just shite. But Onana shouldn't be getting done on his front post. I don't blame Johnny Evans. I personally think Johnny Evans, and the reason I didn't go in on Johnny Evans is I personally think Johnny Evans is playing not match fit. It's like this. I'll play. I know you've got no one else. I'll play. And he ain't fit. So I'm not going to blame him. He gets skinned like a banana, but I'm not going to blame him. But Onana, as a professional goalkeeper, from that angle,